Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to every one of you. Good morning to you, Kate, in the US. Thank you for joining us in Soul Trio.
Hello, Krystle. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Great.
Yes. So today we are going to talk about how success looks like at this current season of our lives and of your life. So, Kate, would you like to start?
Sure. This one kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. I had to really think about it for a second. When you ask, what does success look like currently in your life? And I had a little bit of a hard time trying to digest what do I define success as? And I think a lot of people usually define success as achieving goals. How many different areas in your life, whether it's your job, your family, a money goal, all these types of goals is usually how we define success. But that didn't quite sit right for me. And I think for me, in my definition of success and how I define that now, and when you ask me that question, it actually revolves more around my day to day. It's not that I haven't achieved some goals recently, but to me, when I look at my life as it is today versus, a couple of years ago, I define success as the enjoyment I get out of every day now. Before it was more like just um, checking the boxes, ticking the time away, going through your routine and marking the day. Whereas now I really have a much deeper appreciation for every day and the situations that happen around me every day. So I would say currently I'm much more successful. I'm much more appreciative. I'm much more grateful than I was time ago. And I think that's a little bit of a different definition of success. How about you, Krystle?
Yes, I agree. Before, I used to define success as attaining your goals, having, like what you said, check check the small boxes, being able to buy this, buy a house, buy a car, graduate, have your own business. But actually, now I am defining success as being able to be present for my children, being there for them when they need me, and being just there and being there when they need me, when they say, "Mom, I need you this at this point of the day at this time," and just simply appreciate life more, being grateful for what's there, what's for the day itself, actually, not what I have achieved.
Yeah, and I think it comes back to a lot of movies and fables always talk about, like the rich person in life, they've accumulated all this great wealth, but they're actually miserable in life. And is that a successful person or not? And I think now that's the way I see it. Doesn't necessarily matter how much money, prestige, fame, whatever that you attain in your life. To me, it's now more about the day to day, just being happy and grateful for being here. And it's not to say that we still don't set our goals, but I would say that I'm much more successful now being able to appreciate the day in and the day out.
Yes, and being able to give value to others. Now, my goal for success is being able to add value to one person at a time, for example, one person a day, and just lift lift him up or her up is already a success for me. Because when you look at other people, I really love Robin Williams. He's one of my favorite actors. But yeah, he was famous. He had so much money, but he was so empty in himself and he committed suicide. So
Yep.
what more can you ask for? So really being able to appreciate, being grateful for your life is it's really
Yeah.
a type of success already.
Yeah, and that's one of those, we often talk about the question of what do you really want, right? What do you really want in life? And I think you go through the material type of what do you really want, but at the core of that, I think is this what we're talking about being successful or feeling successful is just being able to feel the joy every day, the connections with your family, your kids, others. That's what it's really all about. It comes down to that core
Yeah.
joy that we have and trying to share that, right? So a couple of years ago, I probably was way more self-centered than I am today. Today I'm more centered, more peaceful, and therefore able to kind of look outward and, like you said, try to help lift others. And
Yeah.
that's such a great feeling, and to know that this type of success, it is possible. It's just a little bit of soul searching and learning to appreciate little things day in and day out.
That's right. It's really appreciating the small, tiny things, because it's the small things that build up together and becomes the one big thing that really makes your life different and makes it worthwhile. And I love when my children says, "Thank you, mom," and "I love you, mom. You're the best mom in the whole wide world." It makes my heart melt, because I know I'm doing something good. I know that I am fulfilling my purpose,
Yep.
and I am actually creating another human being, and they're developing through my me modeling the good characters, the values that I learn. And yeah, that's how I feel successful.
Yes, I wish I could package all of that up and just give it to every family. That's just, I mean, right? You are successful. You have hit it. You have found the perfect balance between the work life, work family
Yeah.
relationship, and that's awesome. So when you asked me this question of what does success look like at this season of your life, I would say for me personally, I've found it. I know what it is to be calm, centered, whole, and I just hope that as I go through life, I'm going to have a lot more goals, but I hope that I continue to remember and continue to portray and be this
Yes.
wholeness, successfulness that you're talking about.
Yes. Well, I feel successful now, but it doesn't mean I don't have this
Yep.
target, this goal, these
Yep.
C goals. And there are still so many things in life I would like to achieve. Travel around
Yep.
the world, be able to stay in all five-star hotels, cruise around the world. But
Yep.
that's not what I am into. What That's not what my life is revolving around right now. But I we cherish every moment, because life is short. Just this morning, actually, we my husband just mentioned me that one of our friends from very early days that we met has a brain tumor,
Oh,
and he's only my age. And so I felt, wow, life is really, really short.
yep.
And if you can make your life different, if there's one day left for you, what would you do? And that made me realize I want to what I want to do now is be present for my kids. And if it's my last day here on earth, then so be it. I am with them and I feel successful with them.
That's it right there, right?
Yes.
You have found the center of everything, and it's everything. It's almost as if everything from this point on, when you talk about goals and traveling and all that, that's just the icing on the cake. But no matter what, you can't fail, because you've attained success. You've found that magical connection with your kids and your family, and everything else is just going to be bonus from here on out. And that's
Indeed.
pretty amazing right there.
Yes, indeed, that's true. Well, we just have to feel the life, be grateful with our lives, and be grateful with the little joys and successes that we have every day, because every day is a gift.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
and tomorrow is not definite. We don't know what's in store for us tomorrow. So
Yep. And I would say if people are watching, they still feel that unsettledness, take time to think about what it is. What are you unsettled about, and go after those. That's part of that goal attaining. And you really need to go after those to be able to find this center that we're talking about. Because once you've found this center, like we said, everything else just becomes icing on the cake. So I'll leave that as your final thought. And again, Krystle, I just want to say thank you. This is also one of those things in my life that I appreciate so much, just to spend time with you and talking to you.
yes, I appreciate you also, Kate. Thank you very much. Well, have a good day.
Yes.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.